Cool. All right, welcome back to another episode of Spitballin Podcast. This time is a solo dolo one. My guys are a little busy, but it's all good. We're still gonna run the podcast. We gotta put episodes up, and I got my guy Carlos, who's been saying that he's been wanting to run a podcast with me. On my podcast, when I first told him about the idea, he was like, "Let me be on it. Let me be on it." And I was like, "Bro, we're gonna get it on. We're gonna get it going." And I told him today. It's been a while. A couple times that I hit you up, like two or three times.
We've tried to do it a couple times.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out.
Yeah, it just didn't work out. But it is what it is. If you want to get closer or like get it to,
right
if you want to chill, there you go. And so it just didn't work out. But I told him like, hey, it's inevitable. I told him.
Yeah,
we're gonna get it in because every time I come to we're at his studio, and every time I come to his studio, we always like, we always chop it up, and we could talk all day, every day. So we got my guy Carlos.
What's that?
Thanks for filling in.
Hell yeah, let's do this.
When the other bastards didn't want to be on it. Nah, it's not them. They busy, but it is what it is. But what you been up to, Carlos?
Man, just chilling, man. Just trying to stay alive, hustling.
Yeah, this fool Carlos got a gang of fucking.
A couple pets here.
Yeah, what you got right here?
It's a ball python. It's a little snake.
You got a fucking snake.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got? This fucking gecko.
Little gecko.
What the fuck is over here?
Tarantula.
Fucking tarantula.
Yeah, watch out, man. Make sure it's close.
Shout out to the tarantula, right? Shout out to the tarantula. My guy, Jalen Turner.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
my guy Jalen Turner. Yeah, me and my guy Carlos. Every time I come, we always get into heavy MMA. How long you been doing MMA for?
I trained for about 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years?
Yeah.
I told my buddy that you were a blue belt. I'm wrong?
Yeah.
I'm wrong?
No, I'm a blue belt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You got it right.
Jason. He's a blue belt.
Oh, Jason? Your boy Jason?
My buddy Jason.
Where does he train?
He don't train.
Oh, he don't train.
Nah,
right,
but
cool.
he's fuck, I'm gonna slander you, Jason. I don't give a fuck. Jason's a guy that's like, I did this for like a couple months, but he did do it, but he didn't do it, you know?
Okay.
So he like did judo.
Yeah.
He's done like taekwondo. I'm slandering the fuck out of this motherfucker.
I trained a little, nothing crazy.
But he's like done, look, here and there.
Yeah.
But I told him about you. I've been telling, I was just on the phone with him. I was like, yeah, I'm about to go with my buddy Carlos. I'm like, I gotta get you guys together.
Tell him let's wrestle.
Yeah, you'll beat the shit out of him though.
Nah,
I told him you're like you guys are probably the same height. You're like 5'6", 5'7".
I'm 5'5", 5'6" on a good day.
Yeah, he's like 5'8", 5'7", some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and guys under 6 feet, they want that. I'm 5'6". They want that inch.
That advantage.
You gotta have that. Hey, I'm 5'6". No, give me that 5'7". I'm 5'7".
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But Jason, he is a blue belt.
Yeah, I'm a blue belt.
Where do you train at? Millennium?
Millennium, yeah.
How long have you been at Millennium now?
About 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years?
Maybe a little longer. There was a time where I took some time off, so there's a gap in there.
I always tell people, I was telling my buddy Jason about when you first started and you invited me over.
Oh, remember we would train in the gay garage?
Yeah, he's like, hey, come to my garage. And I was
we did some pretty cool drilling. We did some Muay Thai.
It was cool.
It was fun.
And then
you were actually pretty good.
The last hour, you're like, hey, let me kick your ass for a little bit. I was like, what the fuck do I do? And you're like, just try to choke me out.
Yeah.
And for like 30 minutes, I was just getting.
I actually did that with a couple of my friends.
Yeah. All right. I don't feel as bad.
No, you weren't. It wasn't personal.
Nah, I never took it personal. You don't stay over there no more?
No.
Where you stay at now?
Right here in San Bernardino.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? If y'all don't know, my guy. A lot of people. I mean, we have mutual friends. That's another thing too about you, that when I started coming to get a cut, people would be like, oh yeah, Carlos. I'm like, oh yeah. And then when I knew you, I'm like, you know this fool? Yeah, I know this fool. And like that.
For the longest, I thought you had gone to Rialto. You look like some guy that went to Rialto High School.
You went to Rialto High School?
I did go for a little bit.
Oh, okay. No, not that I went, but I've been living there for 10 years.
You didn't go. What middle school did you go to?
I went. I moved there after high school, so I'm a Dino kid.
Oh, just
I went
Dino.
to Arrowview.
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought you were from San Bernardino. How did you go to Rialto?
It's complicated. It's a shit hand because I lived in San Bernardino, but it was like borderline Rialto Colton.
Oh, okay.
So I went to Rialto.
So like down
by
Fifth Street,
by the water tower in Colton, off Mill and Macy.
Okay, yeah. I know where that's at.
Yeah. So people across the street went to Colton.
It's one of those.
And then people on my side of the street went to Rialto, and then people around the other side went to like Arroyo or whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not from Rialto, but I am from Rialto because I went to Rialto High School, and I know a bunch of people from Rialto, and I know a bunch of people from Colton. So Rialto was always like, oh, you're from San Bernardino. Yeah. Colton was always like, you're from Rialto, right? So Colton guys, they ride hard, bro.
Yeah, no, Colton people,
they're very like.
Shout out to everybody from
Colton. shout out to Colton.
Colton don't get like, everybody always talk about San Bernardino and stuff, but Colton don't get like enough of that. They're a hood over there too, man.
Yeah, they're with the business.
Yeah,
they're with the business, and they're very Colton pride.
Yeah. Because they're like that
small city.
They're like, that small city that's like San Bernardino, and Colton's like, well, fuck, what about us?
See, but San Bernardino, I love my city.
Yeah.
I love my city. But we don't ride it hard like Colton.
What are you talking about?
I just don't see it.
Nah, man.
I don't see it, bro.
Oh, you're tripping.
In Colton, you go, Colton shirts, Colton hats, Colton just businesses, strictly Colton.
Let me tell you something. I agree with what you're saying. When people that I have met from Colton, like they ain't even gangbangers, but they got something that's repping Colton. Yeah. I mean, the gangbangers, they bang it hard, Colton. You know what I'm saying? But like people who ain't even in all that, you know, they're
still kind of with the business.
Still kind of.
You could kind of see them, and you could be like, "You look like a Colton boy," you know.
Not like
no disrespect to Colton. I love Colton.
Yeah.
I envy the yellow jacket.
Yeah, that
vibe.
Yeah.
We don't really have that. Everyone loves their city.
Well,
you rocked at San Bernardino? Tell me.
I could see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I feel like people from SB that I know, they'll rock SB. But you know what? Let me tell you something, bro. You'll probably agree with this. Back 10 years ago, people didn't say that they were from San Bernardino like that.
No.
Unless you were from between Baseline and Highland. Like the hood.
I agree.
H Street, F Street, G Street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like people back then didn't say I'm from San Bernardino. If their address said Highland, they were quick to say I live in Highland.
Oh, they'll choose the Highland route
you
for
know
sure.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now I feel like shout out to everybody who's been coming out of the IE. You know, obviously FR.
I guess I could say I'm a little guilty of that.
You were guilty of that?
I'm a little guilty of that. I just wouldn't tell people. I would say I was from Rialto because that's like all I knew. I went to middle school in Rialto.
Yeah.
I went to high school in Rialto.
So
I went to elementary in Rialto.
Bro, you're from Rialto.
Yeah, my address has never been Rialto though.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
my address always has been San Bernardino.
If you went to school in Rialto, you know
that's why it's complicated.
Or what?
I went to Rialto.
Rialto? Okay.
Yeah, I went to Morris Elementary, which is right across the street from J-Hugh Middle School. Okay. I went to J-Hugh, and then I went to Rialto.
Oh, okay.
And then later on, I went to a school in Colton.
Yeah, but like I was saying, that back then, people didn't say San Bernardino. It was kind of like fuck, I'm from the ghetto, you know what I'm saying? And now people, I see it, that they like to represent San Bernardino. But let me tell you something. Some people who are from, like I said, between Highland, Baseline, A Street, all those like real hood right before Waterman, they'll rep San Bernardino.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But I'm talking about like more people on the outskirts, you know, where they're like let's say people who lived up there by like the Home Depot.
Yeah.
Like up there,
the north end.
They'll be like, San Bernardino, like,
yeah,
you know. But now they say, yeah, I'm from San Bernardino, you know.
I actually had a bad experience like that about a year ago at a bar. It was like a bar in Riverside, and the guy was mad because I was using the pisser right next to him. It was like one of those long stalls.
Oh,
it's
with
like
the ice in it.
No. To use the restroom to pee.
Yeah, to piss with the ice in it. You know how sometimes there's like the long ones with ice in it, and anyone could just pull up, or no?
Yeah, it didn't have ice. It was just like a one piece.
Yeah.
Like one long stall.
Yeah.
So I walk in, and like the guys to the left. So there was this other guy standing outside. I was like, "Oh, like you waiting?" And he was just like, "Nah." So I was like, "All right." I went and like I was handling my business, right? And homeboy got mad. He got disrespected, I guess, that I was taking a leak right next to him.
The guy that you just finished asking?
No,
No,
the guy that was inside already. Okay, yeah. And then he was just like, "Where are you from?" And like at first he said something like, "Oh, that's disrespectful," and I was just like, I started laughing because I thought he was joking, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, whatever." So then he started asking me where I was from, and I didn't want to say because of that, because some people that aren't from our city, they see our city as like bad.
And anyone who's from there,
it's bad.
It's bad
and disrespectful and ghetto.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I said San Bernardino, he said, "No wonder."
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, dude."
But why did he think you were disrespectful?
Because I was using the pisser right next to him.
That's fucking...
I didn't even look. It's not like I was trying to... He
sounds like an insecure little bitch.
I don't know. I was doing my business. I had to go. I was literally... And then he was like, he said, "You couldn't wait." That's what he said.
But it's there for everyone, no?
Yes. It's for like a 4 people. Like a 4-person.
And he was by himself?
By himself, all the way to the left. And I pulled up all the way to the right. And I was just looking straight ahead. Just taking a piss.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "You couldn't wait." And I was just like, I was like laughing. I was like, "Oh, that's funny." And then he was like, and then he said it again. He's like, "You really couldn't wait, huh?" And I was just like, "Oh, wait, are you being serious right now?" Excuse me. And yeah, dude. But the point of this story is that he was like, "Where are you from?" And I hesitated on saying, like, where I was from. And as soon as I said it, he hit me with the "no wonder." Yeah. So that just shows you the perspective that people that aren't from our city.
Where was this at? Redlands?
Riverside.
Oh, yeah, Riverside.
Another city that kind of rides hard their city. Yeah. With the bell.
But they also, they think they're fucking...
They think they're better.
Yeah, they think they're like, we're the
no nice disrespect to people from Riverside. Not everyone. Not everyone. Not everyone.
But you could feel it, though.
You could feel it.
You could feel it when you
I
go
feel
on
like
that
San
side.
Bernardino kind of, it's frowned upon a little.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, "Oh, you're from San Bernardino? Like, you ain't shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dudes and girls too. You know what I'm saying? They get that bad rep. Unfortunately,
you're a San Bernardino boy.
But yeah, I'm definitely San Bernardino. I'm all my life, all schools. The only school I went outside of San Bernardino was Arroyo, and I went there for like 4 months. And then I told my mom, it was like
Arroyo's not part of San Bernardino.
I'm not sure.
It is.
Oh shit! All right.
That is San Bernardino.
This whole time it was like
Muscoy
or.
Muscoy,
San Bernardino. All the paisas go to fucking to Arroyo, bro.
Yeah.
You know? Shout out Muscoy, man.
Yeah, shout out Muscoy. Arroyo was a fairly new school when I was in high school. I don't know what year that school was built. How old are you?
I'm 30.
30. Oh, so we're close. You're 30?
You're like 31,
my boy.
32.
I'm 31. Yeah.
That's why we get along, dude. I was telling my buddy Jason, because I think you're his... He's going to turn 31 tomorrow. And I was like... He asked, like, "Oh, how old is he?" And I was like, "I think he's around our age."
Yeah, I'm 31.
I know he's older than me.
Yeah, a little older than you.
Because I know we've established that, but I've never... I was like, I think he's like 31 or 32.
Dude, I like these stands.
Yeah, it's all right. I got it. I'm telling you, I got it from this guy. He sold me everything for like I think it was like $800, which this by itself is like $5-6.
And how are you liking the podcasting?
It's cool. I mean, I think it comes real natural. You know, like how many times have we been at the fucking shop?
I'm not gonna lie. Every time you come over, it feels like a podcast.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, we're wasting material here. Good fucking material.
I know. Right? We always tell good stories. Yeah. It's always good. So that's why I always tell you that. I'm like, dude, you're gonna be on the pod, because every time I come, I'm like, we do
always something. Yeah, boxing.
Dude, we're gonna do fucking I'm formally inviting you to a fucking fight companion. I'm gonna do one.
Okay.
I'm gonna do one.
What is that, like? Watch the fights live?
Watch the fights live. Yeah.
Ooh. I'm with it, but I'm gonna warn you. I get a little crazy.
No, it's all right.
I get a little crazy.
We need a guy. I'm trying to. So my buddy Jason.
I'll forget that people are in the room.
He'll be like me, and he's like me and you. He's been watching for like 12 years or some shit like that. I forgot how long, but he's super into MMA, but is also comical, and he knows when to, you know. And he's also super into the fights, and so am I. Mm-hmm. And you're like around that fucking, you know, spectrum. Yeah. But we need a guy. I'm trying to cook him. You know, who do I know that's like doesn't really know what the fuck's going on, so he could kind of balance this out, because I don't want it to be too like fight heavy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Too fight heavy.
Too like, well, look, he's throwing a left jab. If he throws the left, you know,
too technical.
Yeah, I don't want to be like that, because I know you're a huge fan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I'm a huge fan.
Speaking about that, fucking John Jones, I told you, bro.
Dude,
got it done.
John Jones.
John fucking Bones, bro.
He's a bad motherfucker.
Bro, he fucking ended that. He made it look
easy.
Too easy.
I'm not gonna lie, he won me over.
Oh, that's right. You were going against him, right? You were saying,
I wasn't going against him because I knew he was gonna win.
Oh, I thought you said that you had Cyril gone. My bad.
No, there's no way. But I've heard people say like the whole steroid and like cocaine and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of agreed. Like, yeah, you really can't be the best, right? Like, if you've done all that stuff or whatever.
But the steroid stuff, you know, that it came out that whatever their the legal, whatever it is.
But he used them.
Yeah, but
he used them.
I just think, look, it's kind of like with steroids, like.
But then again,
you gotta put in the work, bro.
Who in fighting combat sports hasn't used some sort of substance?
Especially in those times.
Some sort of substance.
Was that USADA? Yeah, right? It was still early stages of USADA, right?
I'm sure some of these guys, they get off of the testing program.
Yeah.
And then they use
kinda
and then
like
come back
Connor.
And clear.
Connor.
Yeah. You could tell he was on some heavy shit, bro.
Well, Cody Garbrandt, I had him winning, which he didn't win fucking.
He barely won.
Yeah, he didn't win like how he used to. But I'm glad that he's on the. If he's like top 10, it's good for.
I'm a Cody fan.
Yeah.
One thing about me, I'm an underdog fan. I usually always go for the underdog, which is like not a good idea, especially if you're a gambler and like to bet.
Yeah, you'll lose all the time.
You'll lose a lot of money. You'll lose a lot of money.
When you hit.
But when you hit, you hit. But dude, I always bet on underdogs.
Yeah.
Always. Like even like this Ryan Garcia.
You like Ryan on that fight?
I'm going Ryan. I'm going bias. I watched Gervonta versus Romero again.
Yeah.
My guy, he got a punch.
He got pieced up.
He got touched up by Rolly. Rolly was putting his hands down too much, and that's why he got caught.
And you don't think Ryan would do that?
When I was watching that, I think Ryan was gonna make that mistake. I think he's gonna make that mistake.
I watched that fight with that fucking British dude that he had, and I seen how that British guy, I forgot his fucking name. I'm boxing is
heavyweight
like Ryan and that British guy.
Oh, okay.
Where Ryan got knocked down.
Dropped.
Yeah, where he got dropped.
Cambos, something like that.
Yeah, but he was some British guy. Anyways, I remember the fights, the first 2-3 rounds. I remember that guy was winning, and you could see how Ryan started adjusting, especially after he got knocked down, and then obviously fucking TKO'd him.
That was nice.
But to me, I'm just like, everything is going Tank's way. The weight.
Yes.
How much they're allowing him to rehydrate.
Allowing who? Ryan.
It's like 10 pounds. He could only rehydrate. Yeah. Where I'm like,
they don't want him to be bigger.
They don't want him to be bigger because he's already has the advantage. Height, yeah. So to me, I think Ryan's gonna be better when he gets older because he's gonna be at his man body and his actual class.
He looks pretty big right now. He looks pretty big.
Big as in tall or big as in big?
Big as in his arms.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he looks small. I mean, I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
No, the last time, one of those pictures that I saw, he looked pretty yoked. He's probably been eating that Canelo meat.
Well, he doesn't train with that food anymore.
He doesn't. I think Canelo doesn't fuck with him.
Yeah, I feel like I like Canelo a lot. Like as far as how he fights and hit the balls it takes to do what the fuck he's doing, dog.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he took an L, and there's a lot of Canelo haters that are like, I told you, but I'm like, dude, how many fucking weight classes did he go up? And you could tell how, what's that guy's name? Bell Bob? Bro, I'm fucking botching the shit out of that. But you could tell how there was hits where Canelo's trying to, like, he's giving him everything, and then the guy's just like, but it's because he's a smaller guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I remember in high school when, like, the bigger guys will beat up on little guys, and they'll be all, like,
dude, you'd be surprised how much that still happens. And I'm a smaller guy than you. Yeah. It happens to me all the time. I feel like guys try to, like, size me. You? Yeah, like little bro, because I'm smaller. Yeah. Or just kind of like, I'm like, it happens.
Yeah, because you walk with, like a little stocky. You got good posture.
I work out a little, nothing crazy.
But you walk with your chest out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not in a bad way. It's just, that's always, even before I knew you, when you were really into working out, like in Colton. Yeah. You've always walked like that. That's just how you walk. And for some guys that are insecure, bro, that's intimidating. Yeah. That's what I was talking to my buddy about, where, like, I'm getting into my 30s. I've been, like, 2 weeks into my 30s, but, like, just
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, bro.
But thank you.
Oh, that's right. It was your birthday. You did tell me.
And but it's been more like a 2-3 year thing where I've felt way more confident in, like, my thoughts and who I am and how I present expressing myself, the way I'm okay if I'm trying to give someone a point, and I could see how they're, like, not even trying to grasp what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
They're really, like,
they're not good listeners.
Yeah, and they're just like, when are you gonna finish so I could bring up my point? And when I see a person like that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finish this conversation in, like, the next 5 minutes. Yeah, because I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in people like that. Like, I want to talk to someone who's like, hey, I have a point. Well, I disagree. Well, why do you disagree? Okay, cool. I could see why you think like that. Yeah. I'm not even trying to convince anyone to think like me or be like me, because I'm a nobody. But just I could see the difference between someone who's, like, in their late 20s, early 30s, and then when I see someone who's, like, 22, 21, where I'm like, fuck, you're an idiot, and I used to be just like you.
We're just getting older, man.
Bro,
we're just getting older.
I know, it's crazy.
Maturing. Let's see. Do you think men mature faster than women? Or
I think that men mature really fucking slow.
And women
mature really fucking fast.
Women mature faster than men.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like, a lot of women, the way they act, it's their instinct is to do the right thing always. Mostly with the safer route for women, right? And with men, I just feel like they see the safe route and they're like,
fuck that.
Fuck, this route is just so much funner.
Male ego.
And it's just way better. Let me try this one. And then they're like, fuck, well, let me try this. Oh, it is better. But fuck, that was much more funner. And with women, I feel like they're just more like, they're just, it's in their nature to just be softer. And they're just like,
choose the safe route.
They think about shit a lot more. It could be bad, and it's also good, because I've seen some that just, I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? I just want this fucking burger. Don't make this into, why am I choosing this fucking restaurant? Like, it's just a fucking burger. You know what I'm saying?
Know what it could be too? Male hormones.
That they don't
testosterone.
Develop?
No, that we have too much testosterone and too much hormones going on that we kind of don't know how to control it. Like, just young, out of control fucking cubs.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's some.
It takes some time.
Yeah. There's some dudes too who I see at, like, 28, 29, where I'm like,
haven't grown up.
Yeah. I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, I'm not saying, like, don't have fun, but it's like the way that some of these guys still do it. I'm just like, man, dude, like, just calm down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not in a bad way. Like, bro, anyone can have their fun at any age, at however time. It's the way that you go about it and the way you do things that really makes me feel like, okay, this guy really knows who he is and who he's not. And then this guy is just still trying to figure himself out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that I'm still figuring myself out, and I will continue to develop myself.
Yes.
But I definitely kind of know what I do like for the most part and what I don't like.
The what to do, what not to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard to fucking not always. It's hard to always do it's easy to do the wrong thing all the time.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking easy, and it's much more fun.
Yeah.
But it's not the right
easy
thing.
route. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard, especially.
Yeah.
I mean, you have kids, my son always fucking. He always reminds me of how stupid I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, when I'm talking to him and trying to really understand him, he'll say some shit where I'm just like, man, like, I got so much more to learn about you as a kid and me as a dad together. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I was telling my buddy, that he's really taught me patience. Patience.
Oh, your son.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I'm the most...
Children require patience.
I'm the most patient person in the world. Like, when I go shopping during the holidays and I don't even do it.
Yeah.
Because the lines, bro.
Yeah.
I hate lines. When I go to fucking Disneyland's my fucking nightmare, bro.
Lines?
Seeing all those fucking people and seeing the wait
like,
time an hour and a half. What the fuck are we doing? There's 10 rides here. We're in line the most of the time. We're not really enjoying anything. You know what I'm saying? So, still to this day, but now with my son, he's really taught me fucking patience. Just, all right, he fucked up right now. He's fucking 5 years old. Well, he's 7 now, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's
not a grown man.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Bro, when he was like 2 or 3,
you're expecting him to be like 10?
Are you fucking dumb? I'll be like, why the fuck did you just drop this cup?
Yeah.
And I just 2-3 minutes later, I'm like, no, you're the idiot because you're fucking 27 and you're yelling at a 3-year-old for dropping a fucking cup.
You can tell that when people don't have kids. When they're around kids, they really don't know. Like, they're like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're like, fuck, this is too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be like, hey, sit your ass down.
And you used to be like that. I used to be like that too.
Yeah.
I used to know these kids that were fucking just always running around, dude. And just like
running amok.
Yeah, and I would be like, fuck, someone get these kids.
Okay,
but
quick question.
Then I had
does your girl watch the podcast?
No.
She doesn't?
No.
What?
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
It's kind of a good thing, though.
Huh?
It's kind of a good thing.
Yeah, I tell her not to.
You don't want to hear this.
Yeah, I tell her not to because it's not good.
But you don't think that, like, when she's at work or, like, when she's bored one day, she's kind of just like.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Has to.
Let
me see what this fucker's talking about.
Yeah, I tell her not to because it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I started this podcast because I was like, man, like, I like to just talk about real shit, but I also like to talk about dumbass shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like to do anything with, like, even whatever. I think I have like 450 followers on Instagram, and shout out to everyone who's like tagged me and shouted me out and subscribed. Keep subscribing though on YouTube, and but I've always thought, like, man, I feel like I could get people to be themselves and just talk, Because how long you been listening to podcasts for?
Podcast. I want to say about 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
I'm a podcast watcher for sure.
Yeah, you're a watcher. Yeah.
This is my first time ever being in a podcast.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm not gonna lie. When we first just started it, I was like nervous.
You were nervous?
I was like, I was just trying to tell myself, like, just calm down. Like, and it's my first time. Yeah. But when you told me, you were like, hey, you want to do the podcast today? I was like, yeah, like, fuck yeah, let's do it, right? Like, whatever time we set it up. And I was not nervous. And then, like, as the time got closer, I think it started sinking in a little, like, dude, you're about to be on a podcast.
Everyone's like that. Everyone that I've interviewed, they're all like that. Even like my cousin Chris, I have one with him, and he's the same thing. And think about him. He does vlogs. He
does do vlogs.
Yeah, he does vlogs.
And he's pretty decent.
Yeah, he does vlogs. He's gotten way better with the camera and being like a character on the camera.
Yeah.
And he was even nervous, it's just, and he's always around cameras,
But thanks, bro. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah.
To experience this for the first time. Because I've been watching podcasts forever. And I watched like 2 or 3. I juggle them around.
Yeah. I was telling my buddy that you're a T-Fat-K fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge fan of them.
JRE,
I was a bigger fan of his. And lately, I don't know. I don't know.
You're telling me.
I fell off a little of the Joe Rogan train, but it's okay. I watched like what do I watch? I watched Logan Paul.
The one with Logan Paul.
Impulsive.
You watch Impulsive? I thought you said you were watching. You watched JRE with Logan Paul. I was like,
oh no.
I don't think he's had him on there.
No, I watch Logan Paul's. Have you tried his drink?
No.
Prime.
Is it good,
dude? I was gonna grab one, but I ran out of time. I was gonna grab you one so you could try it.
Yeah. Is it good?
Dude, it's fire.
Nah, it's
fire.
better than Gatorade.
I would drink Prime over Gatorade any day, and I'm not getting paid to say this. But Logan Paul, if you want to send a little check this way,
check, man.
Don't feel bad. You know?
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Send a little check this way. But nah, Prime's fire, dude.
Yeah.
They have the hydration drink. That's the only thing I've tried. I've never tried the energy drink. Energy drink. I've never. I'm not a huge fan.
Like a Gatorade.
Yes.
It is.
There's
they also have a caffeine one.
They have caffeine. It has like 200 milligrams of caffeine. I haven't tried it.
How much do you think this has?
Coffee?
Yeah.
Ooh, what? That has 2 shots of espresso.
So it probably has like 300.
I really don't know. I don't know the math on the espressos.
Let me see Starbucks. What the fuck are you feeding me?
It's a macchiato.
No, it doesn't say.
No, it was not gonna say.
I'll look it up. But it should have like 300. I had one earlier, but I like Starbucks, but I'm more of a coffee bean and tea leaf.
Oh, okay. Coffee bean has the good cinnamon black coffee.
I don't know what the fuck you just
cinnamon. Said. It's like a cinnamon flavor black coffee.
It's good.
It's delicious.
I like the I just get I'm a simple bitch, bro. I like vanilla latte, 4 shots of espresso, small
4
one.
shots, Jesus.
Yeah, small one. So
and you drink coffee every day.
I'm not an everyday one guy. I try to avoid it, but I definitely, as my age has gotten more, I definitely feel the difference.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh shit, today I felt like I got a boost. Why? Because I got a coffee. It just is taking me a little longer now to ramp up.
This is my second coffee. I've been drinking recently about 2 cups of coffee a day.
Starbucks?
No, not cups. Not cups. Two coffees. This is a grande. I don't know how many cups are in here.
Probably like 2.
I'd say 2, huh? 1.5 or something like that. Yeah. So
I've been
drinking 2 coffees a day. Like I'll have one in the morning.
Well, let me see. This is I'm trying to see if it says the flowing ounces. Like
I want to say it's 16.
Yeah, it's probably 2 then. This is where fucking people are like clicking off the fucking podcast. They're like, fuck, they're talking about
fucking Starbucks.
Fuck this podcast.
I drink Starbucks every day.
They're like, this fucking podcast is boring. They're analyzing their fucking cup of coffee. But it should be 2.
Yeah. If you drink coffee, they'll be interested. Because I drink coffee.
Yeah.
And I love coffee. If I don't have my coffee, fuck.
Well, coffee is like the biggest drug in the U.S. other than cocaine. And marijuana.
Yeah.
Right?
Marijuana
is legal.
It's legal.
Which is still strange to me how these other states are like.
I guess it's not.
Do you think it's a moral thing in other states like Texas? Where I'm all about fucking Texas. I fucking love Texas.
I really don't know what the whole weed.
It's like a morality.
It's crazy because I was smoking weed at a very young age. And like smoking weed back then to smoking weed now is like different. Like you would smoke back in the day, you'd have to like hide it low key. Like if you see the cops,
well, yeah, I mean,
you're like, oh shit, put it down.
Yeah.
Now it's like, cops will wave at you. Yeah, it's chill.
But it's a good thing. I feel like it's a good thing. I mean,
it is, but like I feel like weed, because it was illegal, a lot of people make it seem like weed is still bad.
Yeah.
Even though it's legal now.
Well, they're ignorant.
I think it's just the fact that it was illegal for so long.
Yeah.
That they just feel like it's bad.
I got a buddy who He's super fucking Republican, and I told him, you don't like that weed's legal. He's like, fuck weed, la la. He's like, it destroys our cities and this and that. And I'm just like, I don't know if I'm not too sure if it does. I think like the selling of it probably does. But
If I'm not
say, like,
mistaken,
weed people who smoke it are bad. I'm not too sure if
I
they're
think
bad
I
people.
think I think in San Bernardino, I don't know if the city or the county, probably just the city. Weed has been bringing the city millions of dollars.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, yeah.
I mean, every time I drive
They got
by
Stizzy.
that
They
cookie
got
spot, that
cookies.
shit's like this, bro.
Yeah,
All the time.
yeah. And
Saturday night,
yeah.
it's like
Dude,
they're giving out free weed.
Stizzy, when they first opened, they would open their shop at 10 in the morning. Like less than a year passed by, they open at 6 in the morning now. And I shoot you not, I've drove by at 6 in the morning, and dude, people are out there.
What's so dope about that Stizzy? I'm not a weed smoker.
Stizzy is just a brand, and I go there. I like to buy my weed.
Thing,
it's a brand. No, and it's a weed thing, because if you buy weed from like illegal dispensaries, sometimes you don't know if the weed has mold or like stuff that plants can get.
So all these other shops, not to name any, but around the city, they're
Are illegal. Illegal, yeah. That's why they don't have no sign or nothing out on the front.
But how are they selling? Because everyone
Word
knows
of mouth.
That's a weed spot.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
So, like, let's say if a cop was to pull up on them.
A cop? No. It has to be more of a federal thing. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Because, they're selling weed illegally, Most of the time, from what I've known, is that even the security guards are, like, kind of, like, sketchy. Like, illegal, So, like, you have, like, some dude out there with a gun.
Yeah.
That's, like, not, like, legit, right? And then you're selling weed that's not been tested. You go to Stizzy, they tell you everything, the percentage, when it was packaged. They tell you all, and it's sealed.
That's true. I've been to some weed spot where it's just a jar, and they're like, "How much?"
Oh yeah, they'll be like, "Let me get this," and they get the jar and they grab it. They wear the gloves and like the chopsticks and stuff, but the weed can grow bacteria or like mold, and if you smoke that, it could like fuck up your lungs.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So like I've bought in moldy weed before.
You've tasted. Obviously, you could taste the difference.
You could see it when you're like breaking it up. It's white. It's moldy inside the weed. And ever since that experience, I'll just go Stizzy.
But is it more expensive?
No. It's actually.
You know which one's really like always cheaper. Gets a lot of love too is that Empire one.
Empire.
Right.
Yeah.
That's always packed right there. They're in a good spot because when they throw the fucking parties or the raves right there at the
they get a lot of
show,
people.
they get a lot of people. And they want to get their little high, and they're walking high to the fucking orange show.
Yeah. Low key, I gotta take a restroom break.
Oh, take a restroom break. Go ahead.
All right.
Do your thing. We'll edit it. Yeah, don't even try. Go to edit this right here.
That's coffee, my dude.
Huh?
The coffee.
What's my phone? Go to edit this. Huh?
Low key. We should make a little bet, bro.
A bet?
Yeah.
Of what?
On that Ryan fight.
Let's run it. I got a buddy who already hit me up about a bet a while ago.
No, like I'm talking about like a pretend bet.
A pretend bet? Like what? Like what?
I don't know, couple hundred, right?
Sheesh.
It'll get people to be like, oh shit, these motherfuckers really put them. Bro, you know these celebrities be doing the same shit.
Yeah, Brendan and Brian definitely. But they've been saying that they've been paying their debts off. So
really? Because
yeah,
what's his name was saying that. I guess that doesn't.
All right, go to.
Tell me that.
We're play it now. Boom. We gotta take a little break. What were you saying?
Just the whole Brendan Schaub thing.
Oh yeah. He I'm not sure if
he's actually pretty funny, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
girl
I'm
and
not
I.
sure they pay each other's debts because sometimes they make it seem like they do and they don't. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always like, did he pay you that last one? And then Brendan or Brian always go, no, he owes me like 15 G's or something like that. You know? But I bet it one of my buddies recently. Fuck, this shit's not fucking. There it is. All right, cool. Let me see. Let me fix it right here. Hold on, go to it. I bet it one of my buddies recently, and motherfucker didn't pay me.
How much?
200. And he's the same buddy who prior to this bet that we had, he hit me up about the Ryan one, and he said I got Ryan versus Tank if they do the fight, and I said I'll take Tank. He's like 200. So the bet that we initially betted about, he bet me 200, didn't pay. So we still, I don't know.
Did you hit him up?
Yeah, I hit him up a couple times.
Would say, hey, where's my money?
Fucking bastard. Bo, pay me up, motherfucker. And he didn't pay me. And he I don't know if he remembers that we still have that bet. I know I could go back on it. Yeah. But I'm like, he probably doesn't even want to do it anymore.
I've been gambling. I've been gambling a lot.
Yeah, that's right. You were saying you were into
blackjack.
Bro, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go. We gotta save up a couple stacks though.
Yeah, at least a G.
At least a G each.
Because I told you that something about in blackjack, you gotta have the what's the word?
Bankroll.
The bankroll, exactly. Yes. You gotta have the bankroll to withstand the
loss.
Yeah.
It's a win and lose game.
The thing about blackjack is that you gotta bet the minimum. That's why the minimum's there. And then once you see the advantage, boom, you bet the $600.
Yeah.
You know, and then you should see the winning on that moment. You know, a lot of people think that you're gonna win for like a long span in blackjack, and it's like no, it's literally a window where you gotta kind of see it and then go into it. Bro, I was super into blackjack. Like that's where I won 5 G's.
5 G's. I haven't. The most I've won is $2,000.
$2,000?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And honestly, I didn't do it counting cards. I did it just playing luck.
Yeah.
Just basic strategy.
You could count for like 5 rounds, and then like if you're not super good with numbers, it could be like, okay, so what was that? Something that has helped me. But it obviously hasn't helped that much. But it's like I like to see when there's a lot of people getting a lot of 20s.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of 20s. And that's when I'm like, okay, the count is really bad right now. Yeah. You know, but when I see a lot of like 5s and belows coming out for like 3-4 shoes in a row, people got 14 or whatever it was, or like 7 or 8. You know, that's where I'm like, okay, these next ones should be fucking high, you know? Like all 10s.
Losing, gambling at a casino, and I'm saying this from experience, is not the greatest feeling.
What do you mean?
It's shitty when you lose.
Yeah.
It feels crappy. You feel lonely.
Feel like
you almost feel depressed.
Yeah.
Because it's a type of depression, right? Because you're like, fuck, like I just lost this money that I could have used on anything else.
The most I lost was $1,000.
1,000. I've lost $500 at once, right? We're talking about once, because in total,
in one day,
I've lost like a little more than I don't know. I don't even want to say a number, but
I've lost like 10 G's.
But the last time I was at the casino that I was gambling, I was playing double deck. blackjack, right? I was playing double deck blackjack, and I started counting.
I don't like double deck.
It's much better if you count cards.
Well, yeah, because it's less.
And you only get a handful of turns.
But what sucks is with double deck, I like when 1 or 2, but when the table's full, I'm like, fuck this.
And even, counting cards, there's still a slight possibility that you can lose.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's not 100%. But look, check this out.
Casino's favor.
I was playing double deck blackjack at Morongo, and the count was +7.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it was probably the highest that it had gone that night. Like, it wouldn't go above +7 or -7 for people that know how to count cards. They'll probably understand. But when the count's positive, that means a lot of high cards have come out.
Yeah.
That means, a lot of low cards have came out. So that means high cards are going to come out.
Yeah.
So I was like +7. I was like, damn. I was like, you know what? I put in like $100. But then I was like, but what if I'm wrong? Right? So I took back 75.
And let me guess, it hit.
It hit blackjack. And I was like, I knew it. I knew it, but I didn't have the confidence. So I kept playing minimum bet. Boom, boom.
Minimum bet's gonna kill you.
Yeah. But you have to play to keep track of the count.
No, yeah.
And I was playing, it was me and some other guy against the casino. And
Morongo, right?
Morongo. So again, the count comes up +7, and I'm like, oh, it's +7 again. Fuck it, $100.
And you lost.
Lost it. Lost it, dude. And I was like, I lost that day.
Yeah. No, that day that I lost a G, it's because I think like 2-3 weeks earlier, that's when I won the 5 Gs.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way that I'm going to lose. Like, I would take out 300 and I'll be like, here it comes. And then boom, I'm like, how the fuck am I losing? And I'm going to wait. I'm like, the cards are going to turn. But that's where the worst thing you could do in a casino, I mean, unless you really study these things, obviously there's people who make money gambling and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
How they got a bankroll, I don't know what the fuck they did. Props to them, but the average person who wins at the casino is probably the worst thing that you could do is win, because now you're thinking, I'm going to win every time.
Every time.
And when you don't win, you want that high. Bro, the high of winning, there's no even the $25. Yeah, give it to me.
It's the like same as losing, euphoria. But the opposite.
Yeah.
When you lose, you get super sad and kind of depressed. And when you win, you're too happy.
It's like the slightest. Even when you're walking away from the casino, like you're like, okay, let's go home with that extra $200-$400. You're like, tomorrow.
Once you hit a couple thousand, you're kind of like, okay, like 1,000, like 1,500, 2,000. You're kind of like, okay. And you know what? I was on a winning streak, and I feared losing. Because eventually,
it's gonna.
Yeah. You can't win these games every time.
You gotta accept that too.
You gotta accept, or else you shouldn't gamble.
That's another thing too. When I go to the casino, that I see. Let me talk on your mic real quick.
Yo.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's because I was looking at the wrong one. When I go, what I learned going, I'm like a 4-year gambler. I'm not proud of it. I'm probably broken even.
Yeah.
I've won I've lost like between 7 and 10, and I probably won like between 12 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm probably up, but I've never really counted. Anyways, the first thing that I learned from the casino is when you change your money, don't fucking be scared to lose.
Yes.
Because if you're scared to lose, don't even go. You've already lost.
Yeah.
Well, I remember one time I was doing stuff like you where I wasn't hitting when I was supposed to hit. And there was this guy. He was an OG black dude, all wrinkled up, like in his 70s. When they even move real slow and shit?
Yeah.
And I remember I didn't hit. He was right next to me. And he looked at me. He's like, young man, scare money don't make none.
Scare money don't make money.
And I was like, God damn, you're fucking right. He's like, you got to hit on those, man. He's like, you're going to lose, but you got to make the right move. And I was like, yeah. And
you lose more if you don't.
Now, like, I hate when it's a 20 and people have 14, 15, between 14 and 16, and they're like,
stay.
And they just think about it, and I'm like, fucking hit, you idiot.
There's nothing to think about.
And they get all happy when
because they do win sometimes.
Yeah.
They do win sometimes.
They get all happy when they're stay, and then they end up winning, and they're like, and I'm like, Yeah, you won, but you just fucked us all up.
Yeah,
we're
all losing.
Yeah, now it's all fucked up, you know. But I'm also with the people who say, "Hey, it's my fucking money. Let me play however the fuck I want."
I'm for people to let them do whatever they want.
Yeah,
do whatever you want. When people ask me, I'll be like, "You need to hit on that," and then I'll be like, and then right after, like seconds later, I'll be like, "It's your money. You play how you want."
Yeah,
because I know
if they ask you, it's different though.
Yeah, but still, I still say that.
Yeah.
I still say that because I feel guilty telling someone what to do in a gambling situation and it really shouldn't even matter.
Well, when they ask me, I don't feel bad because I'm like, man, you asked me what I would do.
I'll say what I feel, but then right after I'll take it right back. I'll be like, you know what? It's your money. You do what you want.
Yeah.
And if I don't like, my rule is if I don't like the way someone's playing, go to a different table.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So if I'm playing,
I give them a couple cards.
I'll pull my money back and I'll let them play until you can tell when someone's gonna lose.
Yeah.
You can be like, it's only a matter of time.
But that's another thing too. Don't be that guy, because I'm the guy that doesn't like the guy who's playing, and then he'll be like, "Let me sit some out." I'm like, "You're fucking us up. Stay or go."
If I sit out,
don't say sit out, and then they see us winning, and then you jump back in.
Two reasons why I would sit out on a game. One, you're playing like shit, and I don't want to play with you.
But you gotta wait the whole shoe.
No, if I'm mid shoe
at my table, I'll be like, this fucking guy.
But if you know how to play, I won't do that.
No, but okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
If I see you staying on 14 against a possible 20, right? Yeah. I'm not gonna play with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna gamble my money because you're making bad calls.
I thought you were saying that you like to just.
Oh no. If I'm losing, no. If you're the two reasons why I would pull out. If you're playing like shit, or if I know the count's negative.
Yeah.
If I know that there's shit cards, I'm sorry.
So I already the shoe. You just come out, even if we're all playing right.
I was at San Manuel. The count, my guy.
Do not go to the San
Manuel. Do not go to San Manuel.
Do not go to the fucking. Don't go to San Manuel.
It's actually no. I've won $500 at San Manuel.
This is coming from the guy that's where I won my 5 Gs.
Ooh.
But let me tell you something. Ever since
they're
scamming,
changed, huh?
Bro, something happened, dude.
Yeah.
I follow a lot of gamblers, like low-key gamblers who don't show their face.
Yeah.
And they'll post how they're like, fuck Yamava ever since they started, this and that.
This is my real life experience. I went, and my goal was to sit down, not play, keep track of the count. It's super risky, but I don't like San Manuel, so I didn't care. I risked it because you could probably get in trouble for that. They'll kick you out or whatever. But I sat there with $200, and I kept track of the count without playing, though.
Yeah.
So I sat there and I was counting, and a lot of the times the count was just negative.
But obviously...
Negative 30, bro.
This is stupid, but I'm going to ask you anyways. You know the difference between the shoe and then the shuffler, right?
Oh yeah, the continuous shuffler.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so
I know.
You can only count on the shoe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Those stay away from those guys. Don't play. But you know what? Play whatever you want. Play whatever you want because I know a guy that went and played free bet blackjack. Right? It's free bet black.
Okay, confession. That's where I won my 5 Gs.
So I just said, don't go play those, but you just won 5 racks.
Yeah.
So you can't tell people this is what gambling.
It's because
You see how I was just like, don't play that. And then like 5 seconds later, I'm like, play whatever you want.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want is like, Carlos said, don't play that. And I'll play, and then some other guy plays and wins $1 million. And they're like, what the fuck, dog?
So you know how free bet works?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a push on 22.
Yeah, but you know how you get the coins, right? You know how you get the free bet?
Yeah, you get the free bet. It's free bet. Free side bets. It's free side bets.
Yeah, fool, but how do you get the coin? You don't know? So I can explain to you. It's okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so when you get your cards, let's say you get 2 5s.
You split?
You split, and instead of putting your money for the split,
they give you the coin.
Yeah. So then what happened to me was I got 2 5s, something along those lines. Anyways, then another 5 came. Then I split another coin. So like let's say
3 splits.
Every coin you get 1 to 8. So like 1 coin, it's like 1 to 5. 2 coins is 1 to 15. The payout.
Okay, if you win.
If you win.
Or if you win, or if you hit 21.
Even if you lose, it's about how many times you get the coin. You know what I'm saying? Then I got another I think I got like another 5. I got a bunch of 5s in a row. I forgot what it is.
Yeah.
It could be 4-4 or like 10-11. That's where you get a coin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anytime you were supposed to split, that's where you get a coin.
Okay.
Right? So I got like 5 coins, bro, and I got like 20 to 1, and I was betting like $25.
Yes.
You know, I got like, it was like something that equal to 5 G's.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like people, I didn't really know, but I kind of knew, and people were like
gathering around.
Yeah, the fucking dealer after the third one, he's like, oh damn, and everyone was like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
And then the people right next to me, and then the guy right next to me was like, oh shit. So then that's when they're like, you got 6 coins or some shit like that, and it was like something crazy, and I was like, holy fuck.
I feel like gambling now. Just talking about gambling, just listening to you say this story, I'm like,
and the
just $100
right there.
Just $100. Feel me? Just a quick 100.
I know, bro.
I can make that 100 to 1,000. You don't know.
So the most I've won was 5, and then I started doing poker, which people who follow me on Instagram, I think you've been following me for a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
On my new one. I started playing poker, and the most I won right there was like 2 racks.
2 racks
at Morongo.
That's
but
pretty
I
good.
like poker because you're not against the casino, you're against other people, but you're sometimes you're against like OGs who've been playing for so long and they know everything, and so it's really hard to.
There has to be some sort of skill to poker, right?
Oh yeah, the thing about poker where you're betting, it's about when you know you have a shit hand and you're trying to get this guy to fold, and that's where you kind of really got to be like, fuck whatever I have, I got to make him think that I have something
so I can get this bread.
Yeah, and get whatever we put in, and I've won those
and that's why I think I don't like poker.
Yeah,
because recently I started playing chess. My girl and I, we've been playing some chess.
Yeah,
and like every time I feel I have like a good position or a good move, or like I'm about to like take a good piece of hers,
yeah,
like, or anyone that I've played, I start to laugh, bro.
Oh, laugh, yeah.
Like I have no poker face.
Yeah, though.
If I was to get like a pair of aces,
yeah,
right, or like a 3 of a kind, I'll just laugh, like uncontrollably laugh, bro. Like to where you already know, like I played this guy in chess too, and I had him. And I just started laughing, bro, because I knew.
But he didn't know that was your. In poker they call it a tell.
Okay, that's
your tell.
That's my tell, and he was looking at the board, and I was looking at the board, and then I started laughing, and then he just looks up at me, so he's aware that something's about to happen. So they plot even harder, and then they figure out what you could have an attack, but like one attack could be like severe attack, and like another, or they could just take one of your pawns, which is like the lowest value of the board. Who cares? Or they could take your queen. So there's gonna be like different positions you're being attacked. So you're like, okay, you might move this pawn, but since you heard me laugh, now you're gonna look back and be like, holy shit, I didn't even realize that my queen is in danger.
Yeah,
you know, or whatever. And that's why I can't play poker, because I would laugh uncontrollably if I had a good hand.
And that's like,
and everyone's gonna fold when you're not gonna make any money.
Yeah,
and
you know what's one game that I never got into, but I always see people. Not that I always see them win, but I always see them win big. Is
Bingo.
Fortune Paigao.
I heard from somebody that works at the casino that's probably one of the best games to play.
Yeah, because I've tried playing it, and you know how many times you push on the game where you just get your money back? Mm-hmm. Like, if I play 10 cards, probably like 6 I got my money back. But I sat there, and I used to work for the casino, you know? I used to work at Morongo.
What did you do?
I was a surveillance agent.
Surveillance?
Yeah, so I had to learn all the games.
So you watch people play the game?
I watch people play blackjack, yeah.
And what are you looking for?
Just if they're counting. And you could tell if someone's counting when one of the biggest things of encounters is just
high bet,
their fluctuation in bets.
Like low, and then
stay
boom.
real low, and then bet like from 25 to like 300.
Yeah.
And then you'll hear the dealer be like,
pit boss.
No, the dealer.
Oh, the dealer.
The dealer will tell the pit boss like, they'll say something like a
code,
and you'll see the pit boss come, and then like if he can't, because the pit boss is supposed to be really good at counting too. If he's not counting along with you, or he'll be like, okay, I think he is. Let me call surveillance, and then surveillance will be like,
I'm kind of a burn, and I'm fairly new to the card counting.
fuck, I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to say this.
You're scared?
No, I'm not scared. I mean, who's the fuck's watching our fucking podcast?
Not Morongo. If Morongo's watching your shit, my boy, you're doing good.
No, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, man. Fuck. No, but I'm pretty sure it's like a
common sense. I'm sure what you're saying, you can find it on YouTube.
There you go. I'm sure.
Right?
But I didn't give the. Yeah, you're right. But let me just shut the fuck up, because I think I might have signed some shit. But it's.
Oh no, Ray.
Yeah, but it's been so long.
Scratch that.
No. I'm not giving away any like. What their biggest thing is like obviously codes to the fucking casino.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, you know,
which you can tell me off there.
No, no, they change those like every 3 months.
Oh, okay.
You know? But
that makes sense.
Shit like that. You
Yeah.
know? But it's crazy, like, working in the casino, they're like not watching the fucking. There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
But one thing that people that say all the time that's fucking funny to me is when they're playing the machine. They're like, "Oh, they're seeing me win, so now the machine." I'm like, "No, you idiot!" Like,
no one's watching those.
Nobody's watching, bro.
They don't care.
The easiest money for the casino to make.
That's why there is a casino.
Yeah,
that's
the tables. That's where they make the least amount of money.
I don't know.
No.
I went on a yeah. It's a fact. It's a fact. But I don't know if I'm just being a sore loser, or I was starting to feel like the casino rigs the cards. I felt like that.
They don't.
But it's sketchy. It's sketchy
because we had to go over the cards to make sure people weren't rigging them. So back in the day, I mean, you could find this on YouTube, bro. Back in the day, people would like, okay, there's some fucking
smart motherfuckers.
People. Like, they'll have some type of glasses where. And then they'll have an ink that's invisible ink, and then they'll mark the ones that are like
good cards.
Good cards.
Like an ace.
Yeah.
Or king.
So in that way they could see
what the fuck
what you have.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's probably poker.
No.
Blackjack.
I mean, in poker it would be kind of that's kind of a fucking you know. But yeah, so we there's black lights, and they'll from what I've seen on YouTube.
On YouTube,
yeah. So from what I've seen on YouTube, that's right.
Yeah, no, yeah, facts.
They have black lights, and they're checking the cards.
The cards, make sure they're clear.
So I was like, why? I looked at YouTube and I looked at the comments, and I was like, why the fuck are they checking? It's because people put ink and they would see.
They mark them.
Yeah, so. You know, they'll from when I see it on YouTube, they let's say a big table lost a lot of money. They would be like, that shoe at this time, these cards, they take them out, lost a lot of money.
Yeah, something's up.
We think something's up with the cards. Most of the time, nothing's up with the cards.
Yeah,
you know, so you know, but that's what they do. No, the casino, that's why they're in business. They turn every stone, bro.
Well, yeah, that's from the little bit of study and research that I've done.
No stone is left unturned, bro, at the casino. They know
the games are designed for you to lose, so there's no need for them to cheat.
Exactly.
There's no need for them to cheat because the game's already designed for the house to have the edge over the player.
And and they should. Why? They're putting up the money up front.
Millions.
When you're putting up $100, $200. So they should, you know. That's why when people go to the casino and they bitch about the casino, I'm like, bro, you're here to lose, bro.
Yeah.
If you're already like gonna bitch about $50, just stop.
Oh no, $50. Even honestly, even like $300-$500, that's not enough.
You gotta have
even $1,000 is like us thinking, let's just take $100.
Yeah.
That's like $1,000.
Yeah.
$1,000 is equivalent to taking $100 to a casino in reality.
I've seen this guy on YouTube who he was being watched, and this guy would bring in $10K, and they already knew who he was.
And they'll still let him play?
And yeah, because they have to, because he
could lose that money.
He would lose too, but he would also win.
Yeah.
Like one time on YouTube, I saw that he won 10, but he walked out with 150.
Damn.
And then one day he walked in with 20 and lost it all.
Yeah. They say the longer you play, eventually you'll lose.
That's why I'm saying that you got to take advantage of that
gap
10 card window of like really
betting big. Because after that you're losing.
Mm-hmm. But I think the funniest thing that I see when I go to the casino is just people when they say, "You guys are they're watching me win, so now the cards." I'm like, no. You're fucking dumb. They don't give a fuck. They know you're gonna lose, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and counting cards is like, I think if you're playing perfect basic strategy, I think it's somewhere along the lines your advantage is like 48%, which is like a percent of if you're just playing bullshitting. But let's say you're playing perfect basic strategy, it goes up to like 48%, and then the dealers goes down. And let's say you're playing perfect strategy and you're counting cards, it even goes up a little bit more. But even then, the casino has to do nothing.
But there are situations where in certain hands, probably not throughout the whole game, but there is certain hands where you have the advantage. And that's when you have to like double down
that's where you have to,
and like split.
Bro,
you know,
you can't be scared to like a lot
double
of people
down
don't
on
have
11.
Yeah. And
against a 10.
Yeah.
That's still double down.
They don't I'm not like, and then they get mad if they don't hit, like if they don't get what they're supposed to get, and they get mad. And then when they double down, they get mad. I'm like, bro, go home.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to lose. You know, it's okay. You got to go in there with, I'm going to lose 100 or 200. Nowadays, like, at least 3-4 years ago, like 100. But now you got to go in with like 2 or 3.
Okay, funny story. I went to Morongo, and I was with my friend Emilio. We were there. We were gambling. He's an autistic gambler. That's what he says. That's what he calls himself. We're gambling. I was winning. I was playing double deck. I was winning. I was up. And then here comes this guy. And I'm in the middle of a shoe, right? The counts
jumps in.
The counts +3. No, I asked him nicely. I was like, bro, do you mind if I like finish the game?
Most guys are pretty
And
cool
he was like, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, plus I only had like a couple hands. Boom, boom. Game was over. And then he was like, you mind if I jump in? I said, cool. I said, do you know how to play? That's what I asked him. He said, I know how to play. And I was like, cool, let's play.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to play. He didn't know how to play. According to me. Yeah. According to me. But the thing about gambling, there's no... Us as blackjack players, we believe in card counting or basic strategy. Gamblers, that is the gamble. Yeah. You can stay or go. That's the gamble. So there's no strategy to that. You know? So...
What you're saying is gamblers in the sense of like...
Gamblers are like they don't... I go to the casino with a mission.
Yeah.
I don't just get up and go to the casino. I practice. If you see down there, look, I have 4 decks down there.
Yeah.
A card shuffler down here. And I practice. And I got chips.
Yeah.
And I practice. So I'm going to the casino with a mission. I'm a gambler.
Yeah.
But
I know what you're saying. You're type of gambler who actually take it serious, and there's gamblers who they're like,
they're real gamblers though.
I'm giving my odds. Fuck it.
There's a gambler that probably goes in the slots, puts in 100 and wins 10,000, and then after that he just decides to go play blackjack.
Yeah.
But the guy doesn't practice perfect basic strategy.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a clue. But he's a gambler.
Yeah.
You know, he's a gambler.
Bro, I play with people who are like on their last dime.
And come back? Oh, nothing.
On their last dime.
That was me. I was literally, I was like, I had $50 left. Minimum bet, people don't know, it's $25.
Well,
they have $15 tables, but whatever you want. I don't play the $15 tables. I feel like they're crappy.
They're not though.
I've just
Trust
had
me.
bad experience. I'd rather play. It's like you say, the more money you bet, the more money you win. The less money you bet, the less money you win.
Take advantage of the minimum. If it's a shoe, bro, trust me, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
It is. No, you're right.
Take advantage of the minimum because when the count is low, you just go to the lowest.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I'm
it's
fairly
only
new.
$10
I'm fairly
difference.
new to the card counting thing. So like, back to the main story though. I had $50 left. I put in. I was like, "Fuck!" I have $50 left. I put in. I was playing by myself. I put in 25, and I put 25 on the buster, and I hit like a five or six card bust, and I won. And with that, I've made $1,500.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I just kept playing, and like, I don't like to play side bets, but
Me neither.
when
I don't like to play.
when I have won big, it's because of the side bets, to be honest.
Yeah.
And when I've lost, it's been because of the side bets.
My cousin too. He bet that same buster, and I think his biggest one was like 25.
2,500.
Yeah.
I seen this guy hit. He had $50 on the buster. It pays 50 to 1. It was like $2,500.
Nah.
Yeah.
Those are the ones, the odd. You know which one I like to play, bro? But fuck, and that's where I've won like $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
4-card poker.
Forward card poker.
There's only one at San Manuel,
Yeah.
but right there I got a 4 of a kind of 5s.
Yeah.
And I hate when people at the fucking table tell me to bet the light.
Oh, when
'Cause-
it's like a side bet.
Yeah, it's the light, so you could get the progressive, which is
The
the
jackpot. Yeah.
You know? And to me, I'm like, how many people hit this, you know? Like, and if you're just betting there, you're going to lose, bro.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, I'm here to, not for the jackpot. I'm not here to get rich in one night. Which, if I would have bet the light, I would have got like 3 G's. So it would have been total like $6,000.
Yeah.
Because I only bet the regular bets.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like $20 or something like
Yeah.
that. But I made like 25, 3 G's.
Yeah.
But they're like, if you would have got the fucking light, it would have been, look at the light, you know?
It's like, shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
and I'm just like, come on, you know?
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Because I've always kind of been a gambler as far as like I've always played dice and I played like 5-hand poker with like the Mexican parties, you know?
Yeah, Mexican
like your
poker.
deals. Yeah, you get 5 cards and
They
you
have that at Commerce.
whatever you don't want, you drop it
Yeah.
and you get more cards.
It's called Mexican poker.
Mexican poker. I grew up playing that when I was a little kid. I would gamble in pool when I was little. Like
Yeah, you
against
like to play pool, huh?
Yeah, I like to play pool. Darts. Darts is sick. You ever play darts?
Yeah, I got a story about that.
Darts. Tell me the story.
Yeah, so one time my dad, this motherfucker, my dad, he's a bum. Anyways,
He's a fucking boom.
he's a bum. Anyways, he was those bums that would just bring random shit. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of like a
fucking hoarder.
A hoarder.
Yeah, he would just bring
Or like
random shit. Like,
get free stuff. Mexicans are like that though.
yeah, but my dad was really like on that pookie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah,
I'm not even sure if I just know he was
he
like
was on some shit. Yeah,
But
he
anyways,
was on some funny business.
this motherfucker brought to like me and my sister were probably like 7 or 8. He
Mhm.
brought darts to
Yeah.
the house, and he put it. He let us play with it. Fool, we're little,
Yeah,
you know, and we're playing. We're having a good time with my sister. Anyways, when I go pick up the dart and it falls, I go pick it up. My sister, she's little. Now looking back at it, she's like, I'm gonna shoot mine. You know, he's picking up his. You know what I'm saying? And she fucking throws it, lands on my head, bro.
and
Right
then
here. And I look up, my mom's fucking like, Cristal, you know, like, what'd you do?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what? And all of a sudden, I just remember
the blood
blood just dripping down.
Jeez.
And then I just woke up in the hospital.
woke up.
Yeah, my mom said that I passed out.
Maybe because you saw the blood,
No,
or you lost blood.
no, I lost blood. There was I'll show you when we're done. There's so when you touch my dome, it like gaps like that, and it goes back. It's like a equator.
Little dent.
Yeah, it's like a little fucking
Little
dent.
dent.
And yeah, well, that's my dart story.
Damn, bro, she got you.
Yeah, and I remember I was like, what? And then the blood just like that. And I think back about that now that I have a kid. I'm like, I would never give my fucking son darts.
darts.
Yeah,
oh, no,
like
that's
especially with little other kid, you know, maybe by himself, because I mean the most he could probably do is stab himself. But still, I wouldn't give it to him.
Not the metal ones, because they do have some nylon.
No, metal ones. I know what you're
nylon.
talking about.
They have like a nylon. I guess the kids could use that.
No,
but even then,
that
could really poke your eye. It is a little dangerous for kids. But yeah, dude. And I've always been a gambler though. Back to the gambling. So like even like now, if we're watching the game, like bro, I bet you like whatever, right?
Bro,
like
you know what I'm gonna tell you? I don't know if you remember this, but shout out to Willie. I was getting a haircut by Willie. And we were, I think it was right here. Anyways, now that I remember, you didn't take my money, but it was funny. I don't know if you remember this. I was getting a haircut, and you had John Jones, Gustafson, too on. And I was like a super, like, casual of MMA. And I was like, damn, this is a good fighter. Like, it is, huh? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, damn, that white boy's giving him the work. And you're like, so you think the white guy is winning? And I was like, I think so. And you're like, I'll bet you. You're like, I got the black dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, the white boy
run it,
kicking his ass.
And I won.
And you won, obviously. And I was like, fuck. But you're like, nah, fool, that's an old ass fight. And I was like, oh shit, that's right.
Oh, I was just fucking with you.
Yeah, you were just fucking. You didn't take my money.
Oh, okay. No, I would never do. I know I didn't do that because I would never do that.
Yeah, no, you
but
did it.
That joke, yeah, I remember now. And I told you, I was like, bro, this is just a replay.
Yeah, you're like, this is a replay.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit.
Dude, I had to buy a notepad for my gambling. It's my autistic gambling notepad, right? Shout out to my homie Emilio. He's funny, bro. You should meet him one day. But
he's our age?
A little younger.
Oh, okay.
A little younger, but he's super cool, man. So he does a little bit of stand-up comedy. Cool guy.
Oh,
You'll meet him. I'll introduce you to him. He's super cool.
Do you go to his open mics?
I haven't gone yet.
If you do and I'm in town, hit me up.
All right.
Because I want to go.
Yeah. Riverside is usually where he goes.
Yeah, I want to go. I just haven't had the balls.
You going to go up?
Are to go up.
Oh, go up? Oh, let's go. They have open mic night. It's $3. You pay them $3.
I'm getting like fucking nervous.
And you get like literally like 2 or 3 minutes or like 5 minutes on stage. Unless you're like killing, then you're
I want to talk about like jacking off.
Jerking off?
Yeah, because I think it's funny how guys, honestly, girls don't know this, but any second we could probably get to stroking it or like thinking about, should I stroke it?
The thought, like, should I? Bro, I'm sure women are the same way, dude.
I'm not sure, bro.
I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure they're like, like, should I rub one out? like this motherfucker just left. I could just, you know.
I'm not sure, man.
Dude,
I
come on. What? Ask people to leave it in the comments what they think, right?
Do you think they're like, because us guys were like, okay, my mom's leaving to the store.
Oh, are you talking about as like a young, like a teenager?
Even as older.
Even like older? Yeah. I think for me personally, I
brother and sister fucking are subscribed to that. I'm gonna
close your ears. Come back in 5 minutes. But yeah.
My uncle, hey, I'm gonna tell them don't
scratch.
Don't. I'm gonna put up this reel because I think it's funny, but don't do this, man.
But me personally, I think like I have like different, like there's times where I don't do it. And then there's times where like I think I do it a little too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I guess it just depends on what's going on in my life with, you know, all that.
It's the free time, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like when I do it the most, where I'm just like,
but low key, it can be depressing sometimes.
No, it is. It's sad.
If you do it too much to a point, I think you're like not getting attention from like your significant other or whatever. Like I think it could. It's a little depressing.
It could affect your
because you're taking care of yourself because you have to, understandable, but also like because I've kind of felt this before where you feel a little like damn, why did I do that, you know, like
for sure,
like and you start feeling like depressed. So like I guess it should be a healthy balance. Because if you're just playing video games, rubbing one out every day, like my boy, you got to get a life, guys. I don't know if you guys do that, but.
Nah, dude, it becomes like when I told you where I did it too much, where I'm just like, why did I just do it this much times?
Yeah.
Oh, because I was
bored.
Bored. And that goes back to my point where I don't feel like a girl is like,
I don't know, my guy.
At?
I don't know.
Yeah?
I think girls, I don't know. I could be wrong, dude. I could be wrong. But I feel like they're human, too.
Yeah. I mean,
they're human, too. They need,
I think
they can be feeling, because there's no one touches you like yourself. Ooh.
Fuck.
Yeah. Like, no.
Quote, bro.
And it's the truth.
That should be on your bio on Instagram.
You're like, hold on. I got this.
That should be your bio on Instagram. Nobody touches you like yourself.
This is the facts, though. And, like, I'm sure it's just, like, they feel the same. Like, they know the speed and the motion and when to slow down or whatever the hell it is that they like. Because everyone's different, you know? But I think there's some girls out there that, and I'm sure that like it's like me. Like sometimes I do a lot, sometimes I don't.
I think for women it's more of a.
I try honestly, but I try my best not to.
Oh yeah,
and
but
porn,
it's hard.
No more porn for me.
Oh fuck, that's so hard.
That's hard, dude. That's a hard one.
Hard,
but it is. But I try to, because I've seen online. I don't know if it's facts or not, but I guess it can affect you.
Oh, it could affect you
watching porn. So guys, if you guys don't know. Kick back on the porn.
No, it could. I've gone where I don't watch it for a long time, and I've gone where I watch it
too much,
a lot, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm watching it too much.
Lately, I've been good on that.
Good.
I've been good on like not watching that, and then when I do like have to like take care of myself, like I kind of just try to like use my creativity.
You know the guy that I hate, especially our age, who goes, I don't jack off. Shut the fuck up. No, just, you don't know.
Oh, like
that?
Yeah.
Or guys in general.
But you know,
you met a guy.
When you hear that, though, you know, like, you're lying, motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
You lying.
That's what I'm saying. That
you lying.
Everyone knows that one guy who's like, when the stroking it conversation comes up, and then it comes around to him, and then he's like,
I don't do that.
Hey, Gerald, or fucking
whatever.
Marcos. What about you? I don't stroke it.
I don't do that.
Shut the fuck up, bro. That's the guy I'm like, you're a fucking liar, dude.
A fucking liar.
When was the last time you did it? It's been like 4 years. Shut the fuck up. I don't care how much pussy you're getting.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking.
It doesn't matter if it's once a week, once a day, or once a month, or even like 3 or 4 or 5 times a year. I don't know. Who knows?
But even then, I don't believe a guy who says 3 to 4 times a year. You know who I believe if they would tell me that? But even he says he strokes it. Dan Bilzerian.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Dan Bilzerian is?
No.
Bro, the fucking guy with the beard that's always on Instagram.
The rich guy? Okay, yeah.
Well, he's a gambler.
Okay, yeah.
He made his money off poker.
Yeah, rich guy on yachts and stuff like that, right?
Well, he was on Joe Rogan's podcast a while ago, like 4 or 5 years ago.
He was talking about that?
And he asked him, like, do you ever jerk off? And then he's like, I still do. He's like, even though I have sex and stuff, he's like, I still jerk off. And I was like, that's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not?
Yeah, no, that's my point. That even if you're having a lot, let's say you're normal, average, single guy, how much pussy is he really getting?
Probably not that much.
So you gotta, and that's the difference between us guys and girls, that girls don't have this fucking thing that's like, hey, I'm fucking, do something about this, like, fuck, help me. Girls, it's an inside thing. The feeling where they feel like they got to get it in or whatever.
But it's there.
But us guys, definitely.
But it's there.
But us guys, it's like we're at fucking AM, PM getting glass, and it's like.
Yeah, random.
And we're just like, fuck.
Every time you take a nap, it's less like, boom.
Yeah. Which is a good thing. I've heard that if you wake up with a boner and, every time you wake up with a boner, that's actually a men's health. It's a good sign.
Okay, good.
Guys who don't wake up with boners, it's a bad.
It's going downhill.
It's not a horrible sign. You're not fucking dying, but it's for your as far as like sex wise or whatever. Brian Callen, he says that he's in his 50s and he says he's always.
Oh, Brian Callen?
Rock hard, yeah.
Dude, I'm such a huge fan of that guy.
I know, he's cool.
If I ever meet him, bro, I think I'd probably hug him.
You know what's my favorite
I like
thing?
Bring it in, bro.
What my favorite thing about Brian?
What?
We talked about dicks like 10 minutes, bro. That's not okay, man.
We did, huh?
We talked about stroking it.
Stroking it. It's okay.
It's all right, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, one thing about Brian Callen, my favorite thing about him.
Uh-huh.
And my favorite thing about anybody that I could ever meet is if you're making fun of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm like, I fucking like this guy.
Fuck with him.
Yeah, because that's the biggest thing between a guy that I don't like and do like, where a guy is like, something's up with his chin or he has something in his beard and gets all like, oh shit. Yeah. You know? And I'm like, dude, it's just
relax.
Relax, you know? And then the guy who's like, do I have something in my beard? Fucking lick it off, or just trying to make
lick it off.
You know, just trying to make fun of it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, I like this guy. You know, he doesn't take himself too serious because there's a balance, bro. I'm not saying fucking be a goofball all the time.
I am afraid to meet him because
Brian?
Yeah, because I'm afraid that he's gonna be mean to me or do something to me where I'll like
turn you off.
I'll completely be like, fuck Brian Callen. I'm honestly, that's like a fear of mine because I've met this boxer. I'm not gonna say his name.
Oh, that's right, you told me. Yeah.
But you know who I was talking about. I don't want to say his name because it's too much, right? Yeah. But
not that anyone's listening, but still.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow up in 5 years. But
the story is that I told my friend, we were walking. I was like, it was him and the boxer and some girl, and like they were like stumbling, and this is exactly what I said. I said, they're drunk. And I was talking to my friend. Yeah. And when we passed him, he was like, what'd you say? And like I turned around and I was like, holy shit.
It's this guy.
It's this guy. And I was just like, I completely just like ignored the fact that I just said. And like I didn't even say like.
You went into fanboy mode.
I was in fanboy mode. Because I'm a huge fan of this guy. Yeah. I knew who he was. The voice. And as soon as I turned and looked at him, I knew exactly who this guy was. Why? Because I've followed him and his brother. Dude, this guy's story, I've actually told it. And I'm a huge fan of this guy. Yeah. Dope story. Illegal parents came from Mexico, right? Working in the fields while his mom was pregnant of him, right? Working in the fields. And he comes up, and like his family.
And I think he's from the IE.
I don't think he's from the IE. Oh, he's local, obviously, because I ran into him. He's local around here, for sure. But I was just a huge fan of him and his family and his boxing. And I lost a lot of money on him on his last fight. He lost his last fight, which is okay. But I turned around, I was like, holy shit, it's you. And like, I even went up to him and I shook his hand. I was like, dude, you're a badass or whatever. And then he was just like, no, but what'd you say? And I was just like, and like I looked at my friend, I was like, what the fuck? And it just got awkward. And like I told him, I was like, I said that you're drunk. and like his girlfriend or whoever the girl was grabbed him and just walked away. And like I was very disappointed.
How he handled that?
Yeah.
Well, obviously he was drunk.
Yeah, and like he just wasn't what I expected. And like I don't feel if I disrespected him, I didn't mean to. I was talking to my friend, and I said it in a way where like it was like a cute thing, like the guy and the girl, like, oh look, they're drunk.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I had this one time when not to no one famous, but it was the same thing. But I was walking to my car alone, and there was this girl and guy coming, and the girl didn't have no shoes on or on her hand. You know how sometimes they'll take off their heels and just hold it.
Yes.
And then I go. Like, she's walking, I'm like, same thing, like, yo, I'm like, yeah, she has no shoes. Kind of almost talking to myself, And the guy's like, what did you say? And I was like, well, I said she doesn't have no shoes. He's like, why the fuck are you worried about it? I'm like, I'm not worried about it. Yeah. I'm just making an observation. Yeah. And it was to myself, not to anybody in particular. Yeah. He's like, well, mind your own fucking business. Like, starts to, like, square me up. Yeah. And, bro, I go into this fucking, like, I've never boxed in my life, or like this stance where I look like I know what the fuck I'm doing. And then the guy's like, oh, he goes, nah, it's all right, bro. Don't even worry about it. And I was like, all right, bro, I didn't want no problems. Yeah. And he's like, no, I know, I don't want no problems either. Like his shit went from like, I'm ready to go to like where he seen me like kind of stance, and I never took a boxing class. This is clearly just watching MMA.
That's
the
top
where I was like, I gotta fucking go up here, you know. And he's like, oh, like no, I'm good. And I was like, all right, bro, I didn't want no problem. He's like, no, me neither. And babe, let's go, you know. And I was like, all right.
Even the thing about us humans and the way we're built, anyone can punch.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. You could throw your hand, you know,
and
which
it would.
I don't underestimate nobody.
Yeah.
Like I never underestimate. Am I saying that right? Underestimate.
Yeah.
I don't underestimate people because even the person that doesn't know, never took a boxing class or never trained anything, could still probably knock you out.
Yeah.
You know, so
especially the bigger guys.
Yeah, dude. All it takes is one punch. One punch can put you out. If you go up
against someone my height, but like 240,
mm-hmm.
you know how to do all this shit. But if he gets you
all
good,
it is. Anybody,
it's over.
Anybody. It doesn't matter. It could be the same size as me. It could be smaller. All it takes is somebody to just get lucky,
especially like boom. In the right spot.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like I'm scared of the bigger fat dudes because they got big ass hands. And they'll one of those, bro. You could probably get in 4 or 5 because you're a little quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But one of those big ones
put you out.
Yeah.
And then who knows what happens after that,
bro?
Imagine.
Yes. I used to go. You're around my age. I used to go to Gotham.
Okay.
You ever went there?
No. I actually, you know what? I think I did go once.
Okay, so I went there before the big hair stuff. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So when I got out,
bald fades.
Yeah, with the big ass fucking.
Oh, the tapers.
I don't know, but it had the big hair, and they
blowouts,
had like big hair gang or whatever. So I was there before all that, and then one of my buddies was really into that, and he was like, "Bro, let's go. It gets popping. I'm like, yeah, but I don't like that whole scene, you know." And then, anyways, he convinced me to go. Bro, these guys, I was around them, but they would fight at the club. Like it was like a thing to like fight at the club.
That was just what they like to do.
People knew like, there was a snapback thing. If you were wearing a snapback and people didn't know you, they would come and steal it from you.
Yeah.
And my friend's crew, I guess they would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, this one guy, they were getting into a fight, and I was like, damn, like fuck, I was just observing. And this guy next to me was like, what the, like, you think that's funny? And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the bro, I'm just fucking observing this fight. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, what's up, me and you? He starts pushing me, but he didn't know I was with those guys. Mm-hmm. So then my buddy's friends, shout out to them, I forgot their names. They fucking, like, 4 of them, like, what the fuck? On him? What's up? Fool, they start beating his ass. They knocked this fool's lights out, and they fucking...
Inside or outside?
They're inside the club. They knock his... Like, he's on the floor, and they're fucking him up on the floor. And I was just like, thanks, guys, but... Oh my god!
There was this crew I remember that would hang out there. Something about Pretty Boys.
Fuck, I don't know. There was
Pretty Boys.
All those like
something.
Big Hair Gang, fucking Taylor Gang, fucking.
Yeah, but
thumbs up, pinkies down. I don't fucking know.
But what I was saying though is I'm scared of meeting Brian Callen because I don't want an experience like with that boxer.
Yeah.
And then being like, yeah, and like, dude, I love their podcast. Yeah, I watch his podcast faithfully, bro.
Yeah, you're a big T-Fat-K fan.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan, and I'm a huge fan of Brian Callen, and I'm a huge fan of Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub together.
They're a good duo.
Yeah,
but you know why though? Because Brian allows the bullying, which he does.
Yeah,
Brendan gets on him a lot in a good way, in a big brother way.
Yeah,
and what makes it work is that Brian is like, yeah, make fun of me, fuck it.
Yeah,
and that's why it's so
I just
good.
think he's just like, I guess he's someone, like, something about him makes me kind of want to be like him.
Brian?
Yeah, like, just be like an older, just, like, funny, chill man, like,
but, bro,
it's a little inspiring.
That's what we go back to when we're talking about getting older.
Mm-hmm.
Maturity. He knows who he is. He knows what he doesn't like.
He knows his value.
Not to say that he doesn't fucking make mistakes and he doesn't fuck up, and everyone fucks up.
But I hope when I do meet him, if I ever do meet him, I hope it's just like something I'll always remember.
Yeah. You know who was like that with me? I told you I sold hats to Brendan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I sold hats to him. We had each other's
You've met
numbers.
him?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I met him. and we had each other's numbers and everything. I know where he lives and everything. You know, he was cool. Well, anyways, I met him because of his brother. I sent a hat to his brother, and I said, hey, I really enjoy your brother's podcast. Show him the hats that I have. And he's like, all right, for sure. Anyways, he's like, hey, Brendan wants to know what if you could send him a hat. And I go, yeah. You know, and then I gave him one, but then he started buying. He's like, how much? And then he started buying.
Yeah.
Anyways, then I go, hey, I'm going to be at a show. He's like, yeah, come to the back. I didn't ask for nothing. I paid for
your ticket or whatever.
Every meet and greet. And then I go, hey, bro, I'm the guy that sells you your hats. I had sold him like 5 or 6 already. Yeah. He's like, oh, you're fucking Royal Flush. And I'm like, that was my hat name. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's me. He's like, oh, what's up, man? He was wearing the hat that I sold him.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty cool. You didn't get a picture and everything?
Yeah, I got a picture. Fuck, I think.
Somewhere.
I think my girl has it. Yeah, yeah, I was like, oh, and I was like, you know, on Brendan's comments, you see all these, you know, hates. And when I met him, you know, I only met him for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, this guy's, I don't get why people don't like him. But
I think he's a good guy.
Everyone's opinion, you can have your opinion. For that moment, he treated me good. And that's all I know. My
girl and I, we went to watch one of his shows right here in the Ontario Improv.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. I was going over there with a negative mentality. I was like, this show is not going to be funny.
Yeah.
I was like, I like Brendan Shaw, but he's cool and everything. But and I told my girl, I was like, but we're going to go anyway. Because
I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan. And like, we didn't even get the meet and greet because I just wanted to see him live perform. Like meeting him, I was like, not too stoked about it. Like how I am meeting Brian Callen. When Brian Callen, he's going to be here. Oh shit, soon. I'm going to have to cop me some tickets, bro.
Yeah. Let's go.
Soon. Yeah. No, yeah, let's go.
If I'm in town, you know.
Yeah, let's go. I'm going to look it up and I'll let you know. But when I go see Brian, I'm going to get the meet and greet. I want to meet him.
Yeah.
And I just hope that he's cool, man. Yeah. And I hope that, like, it goes well, you know? And so I could have just this better image of him when I watch his podcast.
Yeah.
Because if he was to be mean to me, I won't forgive him.
I'm going to unfollow you.
I'm gonna create a whole YouTube channel on your ass. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna unsubscribe.
I know everything about you. I've watched you for years.
And when you unfollow him, his fucking stock is just gonna go.
But dude, all these people that make all these videos on the Fighter and the Kid podcast, dude, they're fans.
No, they are.
They watch the show and they talk about they break the show down. Sometimes I'll watch the hater videos, not really to watch the hate, just to see like the highlights of like the videos of the podcast.
Yeah,
you know?
and sometimes
because dude, they're watching,
speaking their opinion.
Yeah, but they're watching.
Yeah,
they're giving them the view.
Yeah,
even though they talk all this shit and like
some of it's funny.
It's funny. It's funny. I'm for it.
Yeah, I'm for it. You gotta have haters
because I watch those videos too.
Yeah, you gotta have haters and and people who love you. That's just how it is. Not, like in my family, I think most people like me, but I think there's some people in my family who say some shit, which is okay. You know, it's the same thing.
It sucks when it's the family.
But it's not like, I'm not saying like it's mostly always love, you know.
It's always
like
love.
95%. But sometimes
people that hate or people that are envy, they're just gonna be like that.
Yeah. And bro, and we're human. I'm sure you've had moments where you feel like when you look back and like I shouldn't have probably thought that or said that.
Yeah.
That was kind of haterish of me.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have thought that or said that.
Yeah.
Which, same thing with me. Where I'm like, at the moment, I felt like it was kind of like a good comeback or a good thing to say.
Yeah.
But then I look back, I'm like, I could see why they thought I sounded like a hater. And if I saw a video of me saying that, I would be like, you sound like you're hating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we all have those moments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like lately, when I feel like I'm being attacked, I speak up.
Yeah.
Or when I feel like someone's being like not fair, or like if somebody's like just being mean, I kind of be like, hey man, like low key, like that's not cool. You know? Or like just even if it's a stranger or like my best friend or whatever, you know, like I'll just be honest and like to speak up for myself because
that's
or
the
my
best
kids.
thing you could have is is people around you or friends or whatever the case may be who are not afraid to be like, hey, you sound like a fucking dirtbag right now and I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, those are the good people you want around you, whether they're right or wrong. But the fact that they felt a certain way and they spoke up.
Yeah. Some people, I'm about the communicating. I'm a communicator. Yeah. I like to communicate. Like if you did something that bothers me, like I want to tell you.
Yeah.
That way you can stop doing it and we can like continue with our friendship, right? But like sometimes when you tell people stuff like that, since they don't communicate, like I'm sure, and I'm pretty sure I've done this where I don't communicate. And when you don't communicate with someone and you're holding in something that somebody's doing to you, you start to kind of have resentment towards that person.
Yeah.
And that person could be clueless of what they're doing that's bothering you.
Yeah.
All because you didn't communicate.
Because you didn't say nothing.
Because you didn't communicate.
When they bring it up
like,
to
oh,
you,
shit.
you're like, what the fuck?
My bad, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was doing that.
And it would be so easy for you to just make that switch to stop doing it, and they didn't even know it.
Yeah.
And because they didn't want to speak up at the time, that ruins a lot of friendships.
It's because it's a subliminal thing. Because as an adult, or just as an adult, not even male or female, as an adult, there's not an adult book.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh shit, I'm 18. Where's the adult book that I need to read that shows me how to be a better person, which is a good communicator, a good role model, all those good things, right? So you're kind of learning, right? And some people, they just don't sit there and think like, hey, I need to learn how to communicate with people, because that's
whoever it is, your friend, your kid, your spouse,
the
your
bartender,
mom, your dad,
your coffee, your coffee person or whatever, your friends. Because if you want good friends and good relationships, you communicate with them. Hey man, I didn't like when you do that, or hey, please don't bring that up again, or whatever. And be like, oh shit, my bad, dude. Like, I'll change it or whatever.
So quick.
But there's people where you tell them something and automatically it's like beef.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like, wait,
it's like, dude, I was just trying to communicate with you.
You don't even know if I'm okay with you telling me that and I'll change it. How is it already beef?
Yeah.
Why don't you just tell me, hey, bro, don't do that? Bro, that reminds me. I used to work with this guy. Shout out Edward. Mm-hmm. This is the perfect fucking example, and I respect this guy since day one. I used to work with this guy where we were working next to each other. And
what were you guys doing?
We're at FedEx. I used to work at FedEx.
So like packaging, distributing.
Yeah, distributing. So he was putting his packages in his truck, and I was doing, and we'll talk, from here to where the camera is, you know, and like, hey Edward, did you do, like talking like that. Yeah. Anyways, one time he said a joke or did something, when you go like, oh, you're a bitch, and from over there we're talking, I'm like, oh, you're a bitch, Edward, but I didn't mean it in no malice way. Anyways, he goes, what? And then I said you're a bitch. Yeah. And then he comes over, and I felt no like malice that he was coming towards me. I really felt like he was just gonna talk. Yeah. And then he goes, hey bro, I know me and you are like cool at work. Yeah. And I know we joke around, but I don't like to joke around like that.
With that word.
Yeah. And I go, and you don't want me to do that again? And he's like, could you not fuck around like that? Like,
not with the B word.
Yeah. And then I'm like, sure. And he walks away. He's like, so yeah, and he just keeps going. And I was like, fuck, I respect this fucking guy.
He communicated.
Yeah.
He don't play that shit. He lets you know.
And he didn't
now let's continue.
He didn't want to like big dog.
No.
He just wanted to tell me.
Oh, when I speak up, whether it's my friends, my family, my loved ones, anyone, when I speak up, I'm not trying to fight them. Yeah. I'm just communicating to make our relationships better.
But the insecure person takes it as, oh, this was trying to big dog.
I wouldn't say necessarily insecure. I think it's the person with the lack of communicating skills.
Okay. I think it's insecurity.
Because some people could not be insecure, but they just have no communicating skills. So when somebody's trying to communicate, they're kind of like, they don't know how to take it. Because they don't communicate that way. The way they communicate is they just ignore the problems and then just kind of have resentment towards each other, which is why those type of people usually have drama with everyone, because the way they communicate, it's like you tell them something, and after that, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Because you don't like what I said. Like, fuck you, because it's you versus me now.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of that. And then next thing you know, they don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah, no, it should always be, if you ever have, no matter who it is, anything that you don't like the way they said it, or go about how my buddy, well, I haven't seen him in years, but that guy Edward,
spoke up.
My coworker said it. He's like, hey, I don't like to mess around like that.
There's relationships like coworkers. Those are relationships.
Yeah.
Coworkers.
Bro, you see your coworkers more than your
managers,
kids.
Supervisors.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to like communicate with these people, because I know people that kind of take a lot of stuff from like their boss, their supervisors or managers or whatever, to where I've seen like a person almost have a panic attack.
Yeah.
Just venting about what's going on at work. He was just like, and I was like, bro, everything's okay. Like calm down, dude. Like, and I was kind of happy that he was talking to me about it, because he's venting about it, because he probably feels helpless because this man has a family that he needs to provide, and he really needs that job.
Yeah.
And you could tell like he probably had like a rough start. He's kind of like gangsterish. So like he's probably changed his life for the best for his kids, because he loves his kids and he loves his wife and he's a provider. But yet there's this supervisor just fucking with him. and he doesn't say nothing. So the supervisor's just feeding off of the energy that this guy, this cholo guy thinks he's a cholo, but he's not going to do shit. But in reality, he's holding back.
Yeah.
Because he needs this job. And he's scared to communicate. He doesn't know how to communicate.
Maybe because when he did communicate prior, it went wrong.
I think he just doesn't know how to communicate. That's just my opinion. Because if I'm being, just me, if I'm working somewhere, I don't care if you're the owner. You could treat me with respect. You know, like, you don't talk to me. I don't care if it costs me my job. I'm not going to let some person above me
talk to me.
Yeah, especially when if you know you're doing good and they're kind of just they're abusing their authority.
Yeah.
It's a real thing, dude. It's a real thing.
Yeah, one time I was moving some stuff, and we're moving this fucking company that was moving, and me and the guys I was working with, we saw a lot of people that were there, and everyone that we asked, like, what do you do here? They're like, I'm a manager. And I'm like, damn, everyone's a manager here. And I go to the guys that I'm working with. I'm like, I'm going to ask this guy. I bet he's a manager. How much you want to bet? Oh, I know he is. Watch. He's going to say. Anyways, I go, hey, man. I told the guy, where are all the workers at? And then he's all like, what do you mean? And I'm like, yeah, I see it. Everyone here is a manager, but no, there's no actual workers, like employees. He's like, what are you doing here? And then I go, well, I'm moving this stuff from here to there. Like, I'm trying to have a be funny, but still, And then the guy goes, well, am I paying you to talk to me right now, or am I paying you to move my shit?
Yeah.
And I go, whoa, bro. I told him, why you don't gotta act like that? I'm like, I don't know who you are. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. He's like, I'm not paying you to have a fucking conversation with me.
Just being a dick.
And I go, hey, bro. You're being a fucking dick right now.
Yeah.
And I told him, and you're not gonna talk to me like that.
Yeah.
I told him. So you either fucking tone it down, or I'm fucking walking away from this stupid job, and you could put your fucking shit from there to there. Yourself. And then he's all like, well, let's see what you're gonna do. And I'm like, so are you gonna keep talking to me like that? No. And then he's all like, he goes, well, are you gonna move my shit? And I'm like, move your own shit. And me and the guys, we fucking walk away. We were already over that job, and we fucking walked away. Yeah. And I was like, man, fuck that guy. Yeah. You know what? You know how he could have handled it? Right there, he could have been like, hey, man, when I asked, hey, where are the workers at? Like, obviously, I said it kind of in a joking way. Yeah. Because I know everyone's working there. Yeah. But he could have been like, well, we're all working here. Yeah. I'm actually the manager right here. Yeah. I run this whole thing.
Yeah, he could have gone about it a different way.
Yeah, but just the way he said it, I was just like, dude, you're a fucking dirtbag.
Yeah. And it happens everywhere, I'm sure, like police.
Yeah.
Office jobs, like warehouse jobs, stores.
I probably caught that guy on a bad day too.
Yeah.
He wasn't having it.
But there's people that don't speak up. There's people that they'll take it.
Yeah.
And take it. And like, and then the next, they're like having anxiety. Like
they're scared to go to work.
Scared to go to work. Depression. They don't want to get up and go.
Yeah.
And there's like a whole workers' comp for that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You just file a report like, hey, this person's harassing me. Especially if you're not doing, like, they can't just fire you just because if not, then they'll go for you for like.
I think in California they can. It's called
wrongful
at
termination.
Will.
Oh, at will.
California is an at will state where they don't need to notify you that they're gonna fire you. They could just fire you that day.
No, yeah, they can. But if they're firing you like wrongfully, that's illegal.
Well, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I looked that shit up. Not on that particular situation because I was there as a temporary, but just before I looked it up and I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that at California at a job they could just fire you. In other states, they have to give you like warnings,
30-day notice or something like that.
Yeah, like, hey man, you fuck it up again.
Yeah.
Where most jobs they do, but there's jobs that they'll fire you.
But there's probably people that don't know that they have rights as an employer.
Most people.
Yeah. So when they get treated a certain way, they just kind of take it.
Bro, a lot of people sue fucking companies, man.
As they should. I mean, if you're being mistreated and you've filed like complaints like, hey, this person's not treating me right, they keep doing it. Dude, I'm telling you, I've seen it with my own eyes. This guy was just venting about what was going on at work to me.
Yeah,
and he was just so angry. And he was like, oh man, I'm not feeling well. And I was just like, bro, calm down. I was like, dude, chill out, just calm down. Like, and I was like worried. I was like, dude, you need to speak to someone. You need to go to HR and file a report on this person because look at you. This is messing with your health, bro.
Yeah, he could.
And I'm not saying go sue the company. No. Just be like, hey, this person, because he's doing it to you, he's doing it to other people. And like, dude, there's a lot of Latinos that like working on like,
they're scared
sketchy
to speak up because
they're working on sketchy socials and stuff like that, and they need the job and they'll take it, and then they take that stress home, and now they're yelling at their wife, yelling at their kids, treating them like shit.
They don't even know that even if they are working on sketchy, like the process of or anything of them actually like getting
it's just fear,
deported.
Man. Fear. A lot of people have fear.
Way down on the totem pole because at the end of the day they're still human rights, so they're doing that. They're like, oh,
Speak up.
you worked on all that sketchy shit. It still doesn't change the fact that he treated you like shit at this important establishment, which you're still allowed these rights.
And it gets me more mad when you know that the person is a good employer and you know that the person's a good person.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when it's someone like that, you're kind of like, dude, why are you messing with this person that just is trying to just work and provide?
Yeah.
Like, why? Because that's probably insecurity because they know that they're like above, so they just pick on their employers, which is fucking bullshit.
No, yeah,
bullshit. And I think more people should talk about that. And like, because I'm telling you, I've seen it, and like it causes stress. It stresses people out. That's why I don't allow, like, when I feel like I'm being mistreated, I don't try to fight everyone, but I'll just be like, hey, like,
it's not about that.
Like, please don't do that. Like, and I'll ask politely. Yeah. I'll ask nicely. Like,
and you could, another thing, people think because you're asking in that way or just asking, it's weak. It's like, it's actually not. It's
no, I always try to I try to communicate in a voice where I'm not like trying to down talk to you or like try to punk you. Unless I have to, right? Because you have to stand up for yourself in this world. Yeah. It's tough. If you don't stand up for yourself, man, you could take a lot of shit from people.
Yeah, and people
and then you take
themselves.
it out. People kill themselves. You take it out on your family.
You take it on your family, become a drunk, and
it's a wrap.
But how long have we been at this now?
I'm ready.
2 hours.
2 hours? Jeez. Yeah.
I don't know. I think we lost people at like 20 minutes, but it's all right. We're gonna end it here. Spitballin Podcast. You already know. Spitballin Chris, my guy Carlos. Hit him up on Instagram. I don't know your Instagram. Say your Instagram.
Carlos AG91.
Hit him up. So that's a good guy right there. And we'll be back for the other episode.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Thanks a lot, man.
Boom.